The following video is just a 25-minute build I did with Designer Cloud, which is part of the Alteryx's new offering. I was excited to get into it. I was excited to use it. I have great opinions, or I have opinions about it that are great. I have some questions about it at scale, but all of these things will be answered in time. In the meantime, let's talk about the fun user-based changes that are coming with something like Designer Cloud and everything we can do with it. So here's my video. Okay, so I was going through the Alteryx community looking for the weekly challenges, and I noticed that there's a new thing over there called Cloud Quest. So we're going to go look at what that is, and I'm actually very interested to see what it is. Let's go. All right. So Cloud Quest here again, Community Learn Academy, challenges and quests. Again, this is what I was like, challenges. It's always just said weekly challenges. Now it says challenges and quests. So we're going to look at that here. Okay, Cloud Quest, interesting. Let's see. Sorry, we're going through this together live. I assume it's a weekly challenge, but for the cloud. So let's check this out. Every 2 weeks. So this came out last week. Today's the 12th. Okay, cool. So weekly challenge, but every other week. Nice. What's in it for me? Explore vast. Oh, new badges. New badges. You know what these look like? These look like the Salesforce badges. Like the have you ever done the okay, I'm sorry. So if you've ever done Trailblazer, this looks like the Salesforce stuff. So that's cool. All right. Anything? No. Boom. So you just have to have Alteryx Cloud, which I luckily have for the purpose of this. All right. This is actually a really good opportunity to try out Alteryx Designer Cloud. When Trifacta came out, I went and got the certification on that. So I'm familiar with Trifacta, but I haven't actually used Designer Cloud. I'm excited to see how close it is, and we're going to take this journey together. So, okay, challenges, Cloud Quest. Let's go back here. Preparing limited data. All right. Hi, Maverick. Hi, Mavericks. Welcome to the very first Cloud Quest initiative. Is a thrilling journey in the Designer Cloud. Okay. Oh, Mariana. Oh, this is like weekly challenge number 2. Okay, so we're just going to do this parsing activity in the cloud. All right, sweet. All right, here's just some intro stuff. We might have to watch that. And here is some data. All right, let's download this. Okay, there we go. We're downloading. All right, Designer Cloud. Let's see here. I'm going to do a new workflow. We're just going to start from the beginning. No instructions needed. All right, input, output tools. Initial thought here is that these look different. I wonder if there's a way. I'm gonna have to ask this. If when we do weekly challenges, it has like the beginning and the end, what it's supposed to look like. That's not here, so I got to figure out if there's a way to. Well, I'll ask. I'll ask if there's a way to upload, if they could share workbooks in Designer Cloud in a similar manner to like the packaged workbooks or like an already templatized. We'll ask. We'll figure that out later. All right. So we're going to input data. Let's see. Use to connect a table within a database or upload files. All right. Okay. We're going to upload a file here. So downloads quest 1 data set. I say okay. What does this look like? Column delimiter undefined. I think there was a comma in it. Let's see back in the question. So yes, Mary had a lamb, comma. So let's get some parsing done ahead of time. I think the original, actually let's use the tools. Let's just leave it undefined and let's see what parts, actually real quick here. Text column. So there's the text columns. Let's see how that tool works and we will leave this as is. So undefined. Yeah, UTF-8's fine. Oh, goodness. UTF-8 auto-detected. Perfect. Header option, first row, we'll see. You know what we'll do is we'll just run through this and we'll see what it looks like. So if I hit preview. Oh, interesting. Okay, Mary had a little lamb. Boom. This is exactly as I would expect this to look. Can't expand that. Does it look like I can expand? Okay. All right, cool. That's good. Yep, we'll do that and we'll say create data set. All right, here. Okay, so this is spinning. I'm curious how this is going to work. Okay, so I do see my results, similar to the results panel. I actually like the look of this. I thought I wasn't going to like the tools being here on the left and with the configuration panel here on the right, but I actually think I like this better. I don't know if this would work in Designer Desktop though, but I like this because I like the results here. I wonder if, and this isn't for today, but I wonder if the what is it called? I wonder if the options, view the interface designer. I wonder if that's in there. Again, not something for today, but curious if it is. So interface designer. All right. Let's see. What is run job? Okay, run job. Add an output tool. So we have to add an output before we can run. So what's going to be interesting about this is I don't have to continually click run. I wonder as I add more tools, it's going to still show me sample results. Well, let's take a look here. Okay. We're going to parse this. So we're going to add the text to columns tool. Oh, I like how okay. Uh-oh. Sorry. Right now I'm looking at these lines. I wonder if, can I move? Oh, no. Okay. So, let's see if I can just get a straight line here. One of the big Alteryx problems, right? Can I get a straight line? Does not. I'm having a hard time. That's kind of close. Nope. All right. Is Control Shift minus, does that work here? Nope, it didn't work. Okay. All right. Don't have a straight line, but we're going to be okay. That's not required, but just, oh, look at this. Cool. So it's already starting to parse some of this out for me. I haven't run it or anything, showing me what we're looking on the outside. So I'm curious. So if I change this, sorry, I'm just going through all this stuff in my head. At real time, it just has the base, like this is how it's set up. If I change, let's just for, oops. Oh, hold on. Did that change while I was still in the tool? Whoa, that's super cool. Oh, wow. I wonder how that works. I wonder if like I have a giant workflow and I'm doing this, if it's going to like spin every single time that I run that. That's cool. All right. Column names. Ooh, can I, that's the base name. I can't rename them here. All right. We'll leave that's fine. I don't necessarily expect new functionality out of this on here. I just want to make sure it does the same stuff. Okay. Dun-dun-dun. Okay, cool. All right. It delivers to ignore. Oh, that's a good quote. If I recall, this is double quote and single quotes in here. So, and there was no commas. We're all good to go here. All right, cool. Actually, it's funny. I just did this challenge like a week ago for a demonstration. So I'm not far out from it. So, okay, data looks good. Marital land. It's funny. I don't think about things in the same way now that I see. So normally when I set up a tool, I think about how it's going to look on the other side, but this is showing me the results as I'm setting up, which is nice. I really like that feature. Okay. Text to columns. Okay, boom. That's good. What's the second part of this? So we have to get rid of the double quotes here. We have to get rid of the single quotes here. And then we have to do, I think just rename this. This is an ID if I recall. So this would be poem ID, read date, which we'll do with select tool. Let's see how the datetime parse tool. I'm actually really curious about this. So if I say, oops, column 1_2. Oh, interesting. Sorry. Let me see column 1_2. Okay, so it left the base column name, even though column 1. Okay, I see what it did. All right, so interesting. It's calling these columns instead of field, because I think in Designer it calls them field 1. Let's just see a text input here. If I say test, yes, field 1. So, okay, so they're called columns now. That's fine. But it gave it so, yeah, okay, cool. So I'm just wondering, so instead of in the Designer version of this, it would keep this as column 1, and this would be column 1, column 1, column 1, this just base gave it the name of column. So I'm wondering if there is some mental split out that this, okay, that's, again, sorry, I'm just wondering how that's going to work. But this is cool. I like this. All right. Okay. Would that be annoying with this? I would assume. Okay. This is, again, I'll figure out how this is going to work. We're just going to have to change, I think, the way we work on a few tools in Alteryx. Because again, I would expect column 1, then 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. So if I had a select tool after this, or as I'm going to show here, I'm like, okay, what tool is it that I'm looking at, and I see like, okay, I would assume this one is the one I want, but then I look down here, I'm like, okay, no, actually this is my new parsed out column 1, but I actually need column 3, which is that date column. So format, let's see. Ooh, custom. Okay, so it doesn't have the custom parsing here, unless I'm missing it. It doesn't have the ability to do custom parsing. As a quick note, I went in later into the same workflow after I finished it, and I found out that I was wrong about the lack of custom on that on this this date parsing tool. It's just at the top instead of the bottom, and so I missed it. So I was wrong. This is my disclaimer about me being wrong, and no complaints. In this tool, which isn't going to be a problem for this, I don't think. Let's see. Hold on here. Day, month, year. Yep. Day, month, year. So like, let's see here. Do I have a DD? Yeah. So I have that. What I would do if I had a custom though, is I would put the single quotes of this outside of it, so I don't have to clean it first, but we're gonna have to clean it first, which again isn't a problem. Again, we just have to think about how we do things now. So let's drop the formula tool. I'm going to leave this. We'll see if it's going to be a problem if I leave that in here and bring a formula tool in between. It does not seem so. Okay. All right. So let's see here. This is looking a little different. If I want to adjust, let's say we want to adjust a column. Okay. So it defaults to a new column, and then it just gives it a column name rather than say the add column or whatever. So I'm going to take this here, and we're going to strip it. So can I click on the inbound? Okay, cool. I can click on the inbound anchor the same way I would in a designer workflow. So that's good to know. Interesting, these colors. So I'm used to these being green. I wonder if the colors, okay, so no, sorry, I'm just going to click around here okay, green. All right, so what we're going to do is functions. Let's just take a look at functions. Actually, let's try IntelliType first. So I'm just going to do a replace function. Boom. Okay, replace. Column 1 _ 2. We're going to look for double quotes. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. This is actually going to be really interesting because in Designer desktop, double quotes and single quotes are interchangeable. So I'm wondering if they still are here. Oh, it's doing pre-fills. Okay, hold on a second. Let's try that again. So if I do single quotes, okay, so give me this. So this is something that doesn't exist in Designer desktop, is where you start. So I started a quote. Actually, I'm going to test something out here. If I do, so even if you do brackets, it gives you the other side of the bracket. Oh, interesting. Not in square brackets. Ah, interesting. And all of them except for square brackets, it doesn't give you the new one. Okay, sorry. So within here, I'm looking for double quotes in this text string. Again, I'm not really so much trying to walk you guys through the solution. What I'm trying to do is just look at how different it is from Alteryx. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay. What just happened here? Okay. So this said replacement. Now I highlighted it and I put single quote. Oh. No. Hold on. Maybe what I thought happened didn't happen. If I put single quote, cool. I hit single quote and it wrapped it around whatever I had highlighted. So now you don't have to worry about writing out the single quotes ahead of time. And if you're just copying, pasting things like regular expressions, if you've got it highlighted, that's actually, I'm a fan of that. So, okay, so that's gonna get rid of that double quote. And then that looks fine. So we're gonna do this. Can I collapse this? It doesn't seem that high expression editor. Oh, I can collapse it. Okay, cool. All right. I wonder if that's gonna be all right. We'll talk about that later. Oh goodness, column 1, 2. All right, column 3. So I want to make an adjustment to column 3, and let's see how copying and pasting works. So if I say this, what's that? Oh, what happens if I drop this here? Okay, but this is how you do the up and down. I wonder if there is, sorry, now again, I can't collapse this unless there's okay, interesting. That's actually fine. If I Control C, Control V, can I just duplicate this? No. I wonder if there's, no, okay, so there's no way to duplicate it. That's fine. Again, that would be new functionality, not necessarily existing functionality. So, all right, so we're gonna get rid of single quotes on column 3. That's gonna clean this one up. I like that we aren't. One of the really frustrating, I don't know if it's frustrating necessarily, but when you actually make an adjustment to an existing column, you can't change the type. So you have to bring a select tool in. I wonder if there's a way in the future to fix that. I wonder if that's a design choice or if there's like a real reason that we would do that. Again, not new function. Works the same way, so I'm fine with this. Okay, cool. That's gonna strip everything, I think. Let's see what the outside looks at. Oh, actually, I should have written this. I'm gonna write this. We're gonna delete this. I'm gonna see how this works. So it's gone. All right. If I add a formula and I say, oh, okay, no data passing through because it's failing. We go to column 3 here, and I say replace. Cool. String is going to be column 3. Can I type it out? Column 3. Yep. Boom. My target is going to be double quote, single quote. We'll get rid of the second one because I don't need it. And then we're going to replace with double quotes. Oh, again, I forgot that. That's, again, super cool functionality, but I forgot that it existed. So boom. Okay, cool. All right. Interesting that as I have the replacement, it shows me that immediately. So this would look like boom. But then as I remove this, cool. Okay, so again, during like a much more intricate workflow, I'm curious how this works. Does it cache at every point? And then I'm curious how that works. But okay, so that looks good. That's what I want here. Let's go to our datetime parse tool. So incoming string here. Oh, column 3, we're going to convert it. It is that day, month, year. Let's see if that's going to work fine. Cool. Okay, so it did give a new date timeout. It was interesting that I had to click off of it, but that might have been something like a metadata thing. Anyway, so that's cool. All right, this looks good. And then we're going to do a select tool. Now, one thing I remember with Trifacta is that oftentimes there would be like, because of how it was set up, there were like functionally times when I like had to do less steps than I would in Alteryx. So I didn't really, again, explore that here. I'm just, again, how would I build this in Designer? Does it work the same? What am I going to have to learn differently? Okay, I don't need that column. Column 1, we'll just call this poem. And then column 2 is poem ID. Oh goodness, poem underscore ID. Oh, interesting that okay, that's cool. That as I'm writing out poem, because we already have a poem, it's going to give me, that's going to save some heartache, I think, at some point in time. I like that feature. Column 3, all right. And then, so they still have the unknown. That's awesome. We'll deselect that, and then we'll call this poem read date, I think is what it was. Date. Okay, cool. Boom. And then in order to run, I have to have an output. Is a browse. Oh, no need for the browse tool. I'm curious how the function. There's a lot of functionality in the browse tool around like data profiling. I'm curious where that exists now. Do I have to use the data profiling tools? That is a question for another day. But I think if I'm simply doing an output tool. Interesting. Okay, so defaults to S3. I wonder if there is like a download file. If I just get that and I call it quest 1 output, and then CSV is fine. Boom. Include column names for service. Boom. I say save. How does this work? Okay, so that's what. Hold on. Oh, I was hoping that there's gonna be multiple. I could do multiple outputs in one output tool, but this is fine. Oh, that's cool. I wonder how this works. Last 5 jobs. So is it, if I opened this that was saved, a saved version of this, and it had run 3 times while I didn't have it open, is that what's going to display here? Or is this like as I'm playing with it or as I leave it open, it displays here? So these are good things to know, or good things to ask, I guess. Cool. Can I rename tools? I'm just seeing this here. I remember I could rename tools. Again, I'm getting kind of nitpicky on some of this stuff, but overall, this is a pretty awesome experience. I like this. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. It's running now, just already to note. I would have expected this to be done already in Designer, but I'm going to running. It's running. Let's see if I can rename this real quick. This would be Tracin Marks _quest 1. Saving workflow. I wonder if that was a problem while it ran. And to note, this is I'm on a shared instance, so there could be lots of reasons why this is taking time to run, but I think I'm happy with this. Let's do this. How do we? People just do the pictures. I'll look at pictures later, and I'll do an up. Okay, cool. I'll upload this later. Overall, thrilled with this experience here. This super simple, kind of like here's the 4 steps data set. I'm thinking about how I would roll this out at an organization. I think I would give new users access to this. I think that's how I would do it, so that they could learn this way. And then things, again, we because we've been using Designer, we do things a certain way, or we expect to do things a certain way. So I would probably roll it out to new users, and then I don't want to say like they don't know what they don't know, but I think it'd be a lot easy. I think it'd be fairly easy to learn this this way. Okay, sorry. While I was sharing my big face, it finished. So let's see, view results. What is that going to do? I'm going to move this. Sorry. Okay. So we download here. Interesting. It didn't. I would have expected this to just download. Well, that's fine. I'm actually fine with this again. It took 2 minutes. So information about usage. I actually am very curious. I don't know how big this machine is. I doubt it's huge. That 2 minute execution time, or I guess I'm completing 37 seconds. Transform, publish. Interesting that this. Okay, we'll talk about all this stuff later. I got questions about this, but I would definitely roll this out to new users. I think that again, learning the designer functionality. I don't have to run it every time. That's the thing. So like, yeah, that took 2 minutes, but I don't have to run it. Like I don't have to run it until I'm done, because everything's kind of happening as I'm developing. So this is what I was talking about with me as a user for a long time. I'm used to hitting run after everything in order just to see new stuff, but you don't have to do that here. So this 2 minute execution, again, if I published a bunch of these, how's that going to work? Again, I don't even know how publishing works, but if I have a bunch of these running at once, is there going to be a problem with scale? I don't know. Lots of questions. Real great user experience for Designer. These are questions for scaling at an organization, but for how do we get users of Designer into here, or where do we put new users? I absolutely would put new users into this. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's everything I've got. I'm going to put I suggest everybody, if you have access to this, or I think you can request access to Alteryx Cloud for demoing and testing, or get with your salesperson or whatever. I'm absolutely going to publish this and follow along with these new quests, because this is fun. So everybody, thank you for being here. This was a long one, so thank you all. And if you have any questions, reach out to me on LinkedIn. Name's Trayson Marks. Or if you want to find me on the community, we have at Trayson on the community, and I can find you guys there. So thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.